Hello and welcome. It's Bev from Living Fabulously. And today I want to talk to you about how to start an email marketing list to start building your business. This is absolutely key for startups. And the reason being is that if you think of a social media platform, that is not your platform. So all those followers, those engagements that you're having with people on social media could be gone in a heartbeat because your actual profile could be closed down. I've seen this happen to a number of people. So what we want to do instead is to build our subscriber list. And what we really are aiming for there is to build a relationship that's based not only on trust because they've parted with their email address, but one of value. So where we exchange value with them, which ultimately leads to sales. In startup, often people make the mistake of focusing their efforts on what I would call non-income generating activities first. But to me, we need to focus on the lean approach to business where our primary activities that we focus on are income generating. And building your list is the starting point for that. And you need 4 key things. You need an opt-in to offer an exchange for an email. You need a landing page for somebody to sign up on. You need an email nurture sequence. So that's built in an email autoresponder, and a social media platform to share that information on. And you don't necessarily need to start with the website, but that's time. We'll leave that for another time. So what is your opt-in? Your opt-in is a really valuable piece of content that somebody is willing to share their email address with you in order to receive that. And it's basically going to, some people in startup think, well, why am I sharing some of my best content for free? Well, this is what we need to do to show people what is going to be available behind the door of being a subscriber. So you need to offer really high value options for yourself. The second thing we need is your landing page, because your landing page tells people a little bit about that opt-in. So some of the outcomes they may realize if they were to subscribe to your opt-in. And at that point in time, what we're wanting them to do is to make a decision to click a button and give us their first name and email address at minimum. We don't want to distract from the main purpose, which is for them to actually click. So the call to action on your button is what's going to make somebody create that connection to, oh yes, I want this, let me click this button. Then once they've moved past the landing page, this is where your email autoresponder takes over, and it sends not only the opt-in to the subscriber, but it actually sends a sequence of engaging emails. Now, some people might call this a nurture sequence or any other type of sequence, but basically it will be a set number of emails that lead the person further forward in their journey with you as the provider. So once you've got your auto email responder, what you want to do is to create several promotional posts that you can put on social media. So what we do know is that there is a mix of information that people are looking for. You know, if they resonate with you right up that, oh, she's talking to me or he's talking to me, that's important. So the beginning of your messaging of your promotion needs to be well written. And so does the imagery that you use with this. So the imagery is important. And sometimes people are not using images as well, because what you find is if the hook of the message is clear, sometimes it doesn't need an image. but I think a lot of us are visual. So I know I'm very visual. I love often the image before I actually read the text. So you may be speaking to me when you use those images. And preferably, we're going to use images of ourselves, because as entrepreneurs, we want to create the connection and identity with ourselves. But sometimes it's appropriate to use topical or content related images. And so if we think of it, we've got these 4 key things to get started to build your list. So we need that opt-in, and that opt-in can be a piece of valuable content that is not offered elsewhere. So it's something, for example, it could be a guide, a checklist, a video. So once you've got that package, you then move to the next step, which was your landing page. So your landing page needs a clear way for somebody to exchange their email for the gift that you're offering them. And then once they have given you their email, is to honor that process by giving them more value, give them the opt-in, and then provide other information to them that would support that opt-in. So, for example, in one of my opt-ins, you can get a guide that you download, which shows you how to run your business for less than $35 a month. But in the second email, I actually send a video of a walkthrough of the flow diagram that's in that guide. So I hope you can see that you can add more value in the email sequence that you use. And then obviously doing your promotional posts and finding that place to share. So if you belong to Facebook groups, that's where you could share on the days that are allowed in the theme. You know, sometimes people have a freebie day or they have a market day. So you can offer that opt-in, because we should be regularly offering that opt-in for people to organically join our list or through group promotion. You can even run Facebook adverts to that. So I hope that's helpful for you, but leave a comment below and tell me, what's the single biggest thing that you're struggling with getting your email marketing started? Bye for now. And remember, let's live the fab life together.